I need it. I'm telling y'all, lock it in.
I need a sports podcast. I need it now.
We're moving on to the NFC East. Oh man, and we got our resident NFC East fan, Swan
Well, he
Eagles,
gonna have to do
reigning
that
Super
one
Bowl
because
champs.
I got to.
Well, that's why I was gonna let you give your piece about the Eagles,
Let me.
just so we can
Well,
hear your non-biased,
okay.
take.
I'll get my non-biased take.
But I'll just say this, and I'll pass it to you because I know you gotta go. Obviously, this the division. I think is what now 21 years in a row, no repeat divisional winners. But obviously, y'all coming off Super Bowl, return a lot of those key pieces.
Yeah.
Why are y'all gonna break that streak and win the division again? Your non-biased opinion, because I know you got them winning it again.
Yeah.
How's it get done?
Well, realistically, I really had the Commanders give us a battle for it. I think the only thing that's going to stop them right now is if Terry still holds out with his contract issue.
He back at camp now.
He back at camp now? Okay.
Yeah, them fines too hefty now. 50,000 a day.
Yeah.
Players got back to camp.
That's
Him
like
and Trey Henderson went back.
Damn. That shit adds up.
well, his that's gonna be my issue. But with that, so I put like pros and cons with it. So like obviously the pros, the offense is under contract for like the next 3 or 4 years. Everybody locked up. So with Saquon extension, AJ getting his contract. So everybody's pretty much paid. The con with it is when I was talking to my other homeboy earlier, he's a Cowboys fan too, is that we gotta see how the new safeties come into play with, trying to replace, CJ and also trying to replace Darius Slay. Because everybody was saying, like, on camp, Ringo has been like 50-50. They're trying to put Cooper, right, at safety or at cornerback too. It's kind of like, who's going to play nickel now? Because, like, he was Avonte Maddox's, like, successor. So they're trying to figure out who's going to be cornerback two, who's going to be the other safety. Because they're trying to figure out about Sidney Brown. It's a lot of stuff. So I think that's going to be, like, growing pains going into the season. Kind of like a repeat, a little bit of 2024, 2023, like in a sense, like when CJ left, defense took a little step back. The only difference is like the front line, we still got Big Fangio, so defense still gonna be front line still gonna be really good. Linebackers are like we got like one of the best linebackers now on paper. It's just that secondary is gonna be kind of sketchy, so that's what I'm nervous about. Of course, Mitchell gonna do his thing, but as far as the cornerback two, it's like and whoever gonna be that strong safety gonna be But other than that, I mean, so start with the Commanders. Obviously they're gonna sophomore slump. That's gonna be like a big thing. We'll see like how can Jayden Daniels go with that because we seen what happened with CJ last year. Another thing is their defense is like old as hell. Like
I don't know what they be doing.
Yeah, them getting Von Miller, bringing back Bobby Wagner. I think their best defensive player to me personally is Frankie Louvu. But as far as like just on paper, their defense like very, very old. And it kind of showed in the playoffs last year, especially like when they played Philly, like they couldn't catch up. Frankie Louvu, he jumping the line a couple of times. Bobby Wagner getting outrun. He trying to stop Saquon. He falling down. Their age is shown for defense. So them signing Von Miller, I didn't understand that move. I mean, he hasn't had a productive season since he left the Rams, honestly. So I don't know what that with the Cowboys. I love y'all offense. I'm not gonna lie. Like I actually love y'all offense. Y'all adding George Pickens, that surprised me because knowing Jerry, he never want to get a wide receiver too. You seen what he did with Amari Cooper. You seen what he did with Brandon Cooks. So y'all adding George Pickens really surprised me. I was not expecting that trade. So I like that. Then adding Jayden Blue from Texas was another good one. I'll say y'all defense is another like the same thing with Commanders. Y'all defense is coming off like a lot of injuries. And so like with Bland and Diggs, we're gonna see how they can be when they stay healthy. So y'all biggest issue is literally that, and then seeing how that can be come back from injury too. The Giants, I just don't have no hope with them at all. No matter what, their defense is very phenomenal. I would say front line with Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns, Thibodeau, their defense is really good.
Abdul Carter, who they drafted.
Yeah, Brian or Ricky, like their defense is like very, very good. I think they, in my opinion, they got an argument for like one of the best defenses in the NFC East. But their offense is literally bland as hell. Like outside of Malik Neighbors, I don't have no hope for that offense at all. So Even with them adding Russ, I still don't have no hope for it because at the end of the day, Brian Day was still calling on the plays. So that's how I see it. Philly, repeating. The only way for Philly to like not repeat, obviously, is if they don't break the curse, because that curse went on for 22 years now. And if somebody like very important get hurt, like Saquon, knock on wood, or Jaylen himself. So that's my piece on it.
Okay. So you got y'all over 11.5 wins still.
Yeah, I can see us being at 12, like literally at 12.
12, so 12-5 for the year.
Yeah.
Okay. Bet that. Well, appreciate you hopping on, Swan.
Of course,
Appreciate the
man.
discourse for sure. Well,
Got
look,
y'all.
we look forward to see if the Eagles do break this curse and potentially go back to back Super Bowls. We'll see.
It's gonna be
Hey,
tough.
Swan, I got Eagles going back to back. I got proof in our text, Bryce. I can screenshot it. I got them going back to back Super Bowls. I ain't gonna say
I
no
read
lie
of
about
all the texts you,
Oh,
you
okay.
said.
Yeah.
But I mean, it sounds like Swan said with the secondary problems, they might be
Yeah,
in
it's gonna
potential
become
for a
a
little
little
more shootouts. So they're gonna need a
Yeah.
quarterback to do. And if someone do,
Hey, show me
some.
some. Show me some.
Some respect is due.
Hey, show me
What I'm
some.
gonna say is he showed it that down year when we was at 10-1. Then of course we had that collapse.
It's
We
okay.
had
So he
duels.
gonna show him again. He gonna show him
Hey,
again.
Swan, you know what I'm gonna do this year? I'm gonna every time it come down to like that moment, I'm gonna go to the group chat and be like, all right, this is the moment. And if he get it, then it's a point. And then
That's fine.
We'll add up the points. But
That's
I
fine.
don't know. I'm gonna come up with like a schedule. Like, what should the point be? Like, I don't
You should
know,
do that because if you did that during that season, Jalen's up on his points because there's been so many close games we almost lost, especially against Buffalo. He
but the past is the past.
No, I say if he was to this season, like schedule wise, I already know like that first game, it's gonna be like a little rocky. Start when we face y'all the first game, I already know it's gonna be a little rocky because the defense, like the front line is perfect. They've been doing everything. It's the secondary I'm nervous about. Like I already know Blankenship and DeGene and Mitchell gonna do everything. I'm nervous about Andrew, who came from Texas. I'm nervous about him. See how he played.
That first game in Dallas.
He good.
Yeah.
Nah, it's at Lincoln.
No, it's in Philly. It's in Philly.
It's in Lincoln.
It's the banner night, Thursday night.
Yeah,
that second game, I think is in November because I'm going to that game. The second one's in Dallas, November.
Go ahead and save up $1,000.
Y'all kind of, I'm not gonna lie, to be the reigning Super Bowl champs, they did y'all no favors with the start of the season. They kind of hold
because I was losing some key pieces on defense. That's why. That's literally what it is.
Week 1, Cowboys. Week 2, y'all at us in Kansas City. Week 3, the Los Angeles Rams, who I think we'll talk about NFC West later down the line, but I think they'll be good.
They gave us a hard start off.
Week 4 at Tampa Bay, which for whatever reason, I give them their credit. They kind of y'all's kryptonite. They play y'all extremely well.
We never beat them in September. We never do.
Yeah. Week 5, Broncos, who I keep hearing are the AFC West favorite. Go back to the Super Bowl.
I think Bo gonna have. I think that's another story, but I think we could beat them. Bo gonna have a sophomore slump.
But week 6 at the Giants, week 7 at Vikings, week 8 Giants, week 9 bye, week 10 at Packers, a duel between Jalen Hurts and Jordan.
We got them on that one.
Week 11, the Lions. Week 12 at Dallas Cowboys. That's November 23rd.
Okay.
Week 13, Bears at home. Week 14 at the Chargers. Week 15 at home versus the Raiders. Week 16 at Washington. Week 17 at Buffalo. Week 18, Washington at home.
I hate that y'all's bye week is so early.
Early, yeah.
Oh, shit.
So if I
don't hate it, but it's
we got the Chargers, bro. We got them. We got that for sure.
No, it's definitely a tough schedule.
That Washington one for sure gonna be a split. That Washington one definitely gonna be a split. I can see that. The only way it don't be a split, bro, is if, like I said, sophomore slump. But other than that, I can see it being a split.
And that is a tough if like Washington, like they don't have the sophomore slump and Washington's like really good again, and then
that's what I'm saying. That's why they give us run for their money.
To have to play at Washington, then go to Buffalo, and then come back with Washington to end the season is like if that's like what that's how the fucking streak gonna continue. Like Washington still,
and then also with seeing how Debo fit into that scheme as well. Yeah, we didn't talk about him enough. See how he can fit with that being a wide receiver too and everything. Because the only thing with them is though is like I said, Washington good, but bro, they got some undersized receivers. Jesus Christ. But we're gonna see. I'm excited. Definitely going to that game in November when the Cowboys play the Eagles. I'm going to that game. I wasn't going to the one in Philly, but I'm not even gonna be in town for that. I can't wait. Chris, you should go with me.
Huh? I ain't got no money, bro.
I say you should go. I ain't say.
Oh, okay. Pay for my ticket then.
You should go with me.
Fly me out.
All right, fellas, go. I'm finna go KO. I gotta go for 6 a.m.
Deuces.
Guys.
All right, gang.
You DeAndre Aiden, but I'm gonna do my job.
Hey, yo, that's crazy.
God, that's insane. That was insane. I respect it.
Why is it insane?
I respect it.
That's wild.
I'll do the same.
Yo, okay. What in the world? Oh, y'all.
I'm talking about any.
Oh, okay. Okay. You gotta clip that.
Oh, bro.
You gotta clip
What?
that.
What are we talking about? We
That
get
boy
back
is
to
so
football.
That's what we talking about, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so dead.
What's that dude on the what team was that? He just got let go.
Oh, you talking about
Wilkins.
Yeah, Christian Wilkins.
Christian Wilkins.
Oh,
Man.
yeah. I hope the real story like comes out one day.
Real
Like-
story, bro. What you mean? You don't
Like,
believe what's going out?
No, I know. I'm saying like the actual story of like literally what happened, like the reaction, like
Oh,
who was
hell
around,
no.
like all
If-
that.
If I was the player that got assaulted, I would make sure that shit get buried. I don't want nobody talking.
They gonna have to come out with it as he's a Jane Doe. Just explain what happened.
Jane Doe is crazy.
But started at the bottom with the Giants. They were the last place, but like I said, worst to first. I don't think anybody has this, but Giants going worst to first in this division. Because I mean, said this is 22 years of craziness in this division. No can do.
No.
Hell no.
No.
They're gonna be the worst. They're gonna be one of the worst teams in the NFL.
They're gonna go worse to worse, sir. They're gonna be worse than were they the worst team last year, or was it the Panthers?
Nah, they like 2 or 3 because
Yeah, Tennessee drafted first. Yeah.
Abdul got picked like in the top 3, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so they wasn't the worst, so they can get worser.
I don't think they're gonna get worser. I will say
Worser.
Swan highlighted they defensive line is
Nah, it's tough.
That's
insane.
It's fucking
that's
tough.
good. That's
It's just them though.
Yeah, it is,
Really,
I will.
If
I do.
defense
I am
scores
interested
7
to see.
points,
I am interested to see on the offense side of the ball. I like Tyrone Tracy. I think he's pretty good. I'm not saying he's gonna be a superstar, but I would say he's a weapon for them, and he can catch out the backfield as well. I don't have any faith in Russ.
Me neither.
Like
was Tyrone on that team last year?
he kind of
Right.
came on at the end of the year.
Yeah, and I feel like one of y'all picked him up like in fantasy or something.
Yeah, he was
and
doing
he was
his
having
thing.
some decent games. Yeah,
Brian Dayball's getting fired after this year.
he should have got fired last year, right?
Kind of. They messed up by drafting Dart. Dart is going to be awful. I'm
Hey,
saying,
you
I'm
don't like
saying that.
Dart?
Not at all.
I'm a fan of him. I was a fan of him when he was at Ole Miss though.
He was a good He was a good.
I feel like he'd be a
quarterback,
good Dallas Cowboys quarterback. Like that's the type of quarterback we need. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like that's the kind of quarterback we need. You know what
He just plays the game the right way. You know,
He's a great American, ain't he?
That's the only time he was ever winning.
all about his fundamentals, not any of the extra stuff.
Just real,
Which is crazy because he's actually one of the ones that's not. He with all the
he say
all
the word.
shit.
He say the word.
Oh my
Yeah, need that. You know,
no, he one of them dudes, Colin Carroll. He'll wear his hat backwards. You know, he don't like that shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so they got they over under set at what was that 5.5?
Under.
I'm going under, bro. I can see 5 actually. I can see 5.
You see 5?
You see 5. I mean, that's still under.
Is they season they open at Washington at Dallas.
Lose.
That's 2 tough games.
2 losses.
Week 3 is at home versus us, the Chiefs.
That's
okay,
3.
I'm not gonna lie.
Bryce, shut up.
No, I'm not even trying to say we not finna win, but I'm saying that's honestly to play us. They got us in a good spot because we still gonna be trying out our new offensive line, and they defensive line is that's their firepower. As you've seen, if you can brush Patrick Mahomes before, you have a good chance of making it a game. I still think we win.
That's
but
cool.
Like I said,
About
We win
35.
Instead of 42, it'd be about 35.
35,
Week 4, they got the Chargers at home. Week 5 at New Orleans. Week 6, Eagles in Philly. Week 7 at Denver. Week 8 at Philly. Week 9, San Francisco. Week 10 at Chicago. Week 11, Green Bay.
Okay, hold
Week
on.
12 at Detroit.
At this point, I only got them winning one game.
Me too.
Possibly.
Maybe two.
Possibly.
Maybe two. Right now it's one, bro.
So you
Yeah,
think So here's the better question: does Dayball make it to the end of the season before he's fired?
No,
bro. Because
No.
the one game I got them winning is New Orleans. Yeah, that's the only.
Damn, that's so
possibly.
It's so tough because I don't even think Dayball a bad coach. It's just he ain't got his quarterback since he was stuck with Daniel Jones.
he's not a bad coach.
Fuck,
He's,
bro.
you know,
it's just the
Damn.
team.
You know,
Okay.
like the Jet. You know, it's like the Jets. Like Jets is gonna Jet. It's the same with the Giants. Like,
Yeah. So do y'all see the possibility? Because we were just talking about it. Funny enough, with the other division, say the Bills don't make it to the Super Bowl. I would assume if they don't make it to the Super Bowl, they have to fire McDermott at this point.
Yeah.
Do they bring back Dayball? Because that's the guy who kind of got Josh Allen's career off on a good foot. But I know Joe Brady's also a really good OC. Like, do you think they could do that?
I don't think they'll bring him back just because, like, if they
As a
don't
head
win,
coach,
then
though?
they'll
Because he
probably
was
go
just
Brady.
OC for Buffalo.
They'll probably make
no,
Brady the head
bro.
coach.
Okay.
Because don't you want to try something new? If it don't work out and you bring him back and it don't work out, then it's like, bro, what the fuck are we doing? Like, we already did this.
Because Brady
But
made Josh the MVP, so I
Yeah,
I can
he did.
see like them like just hey,
Dayball gonna get hired somewhere else. Like, he not gonna
Yeah.
be jobless for long. It's just that's just not the setting for him
Okay.
if it
that's
turns
fair.
out that way.
That's fair. So what week you think? So we just stopped this at week
When
12.
they play the Saints,
They play the Saints week 5.
okay.
When's
If
the
they
bye week?
lost that and it's 0-5, shit, you saying
Yeah,
man,
when is the bye week? When is the bye week?
the bye week is not till week 14.
Yeah, week 7, he's out of there, bud. Week 7, he's out of there.
He done damn.
He's out of there, bro. He's out of there. I'd be surprised if he made it to. I think he could make it to week 5. Like, it's a young team, so it's like. But if you can't beat the Saints and then you drop 2 more,
Yeah.
it's like, damn, my boy.
Yeah.
At least win the Saints. If you win the Saints, you buy yourself a little bit more
Another
time.
week? Because the next week is Philly.
Yeah, see, that's fine. We're not gonna win against Philly.
Well, I know, but what if Philly just put absolute belt to ass?
That's
to
okay.
put you at one
That's okay, bro.
Well, then
Super Bowl
Denver is
champ.
at Denver week 7.
But that's the one where if you lost against the Saints, you have to win against them. You don't have a choice. You got to.
Well,
And if
because
you
then
don't, you get fired.
week 8 is Philly again.
Yeah, and that's okay. You lose. That's what I'm saying. You bought yourself time when you won against the Saints.
And week 9 is San Francisco. Yeah, he's not making it to the bye week.
Yeah.
I also think Neighbors gonna try to force his way out probably like next year.
You don't think it's
I
too
don't
early?
know. I think that may be too early.
Because
If they fire dude, if they fire him, I think Neighbors could want to stay.
But
'Cause
isn't
you
it where
gonna
they
be a
drafted
big
him?
piece.
He has the contract for 5 years. Because I would agree with you if it's a 4-year contract, but if it's a 5-year contract, he really can't force his way out until after year 3.
So he don't get like the 5th year option. Like they don't do the 5th year option with him.
I think that's what I mean. I think he got the 5th year option. So, but shit, I mean, I always see like since the draft, when they draft him and he looked pissed, I see him somehow, some way finding his way to Washington.
He wasn't happy last year.
Yeah,
he wasn't happy last year.
He didn't want to get drafted there.
Yeah, he wanted to go play with his boy JD.
Yeah,
and I can like even tell like right now, like I know it's training camp. You're not supposed to put like any.
He's not into it.
He's not into it. Like he don't.
I've
he's
seen
not
some
feeling
clips.
Russ. He's not feeling Russ.
Yeah. That sucks because you young and you come like that was a winning team, bro. When you was in college and you young and you go into the pros and like, it's kind of like Bryce Young. Like you just know you finna just be losing. Like that shit is depressing. I mean, at least he live in New York. Bryce Young had to live in North Carolina, right?
Yeah. Okay, so Giants probably gonna be picking in the top 3 again, and they're gonna have a new head coach next year, and that sucks really too for Dart because he's supposed to be the QB of the future, and you're gonna be getting a coach that I'm not saying the coach won't accept him, but it wouldn't have been the coach's choice whether he's there or not.
They should have picked up Shadir, bro.
Yeah, they messed up.
They should have picked up Shadir.
Oh,
I was so shocked.
I can't wait till we.
I like Dart, but I didn't expect him to get picked up right there. I thought it was going to be Shadir.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, let him rest. Let him rest in hell. Don't give a fuck now.
Oh, damn. Okay. Well, now to your team, Chris. Cowboys. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, wait. Before you say it, let me say it. Let me say it before you say it. I don't know if you're going to say it, but I just want to say this before you say anything. If anybody were to win this division except the Eagles, it's going to be the Cowboys. Yes. It's going to be the Cowboys. And here's the thing about it. I don't even think it's going to be because of Jayden Daniels' sophomore slump. I really actually think Jayden Daniels is going to have a decent year. Like, I think he's going to play well. I don't think it's going to be as bad as CJ is in a different situation, so I don't want to say as bad.
I hate you.
Oh, y'all talked about it.
We talked. I gave CJ credit, and I was like, I feel like people labeled his stuff a sophomore slump, but it was like,
right,
given his circumstances with the line being bad, losing all his receivers, he played decent.
Yeah,
I feel like Jayden Daniels played decent. It just might not look like it did last year, where they went 12-5. And
it's just because people gonna have film on them. They're gonna have film on you. That's all it is. And I mean, and to Cam's point earlier too, not you, Cam, but Swan. That defense is old, and Dan Quinn was very vocal about it last year. His game plan a lot of the time was we need to have the ball on offense more than they do, just so the defense don't get tired out. So I think it's going to be real close. I think the Eagles should win this division, but that 9.5, 7.5, I think Cowboys should be 9.5 as well, or if not 9.5 as well, then both teams should both be 8.5.
Yeah,
and I think it'll come
for y'all.
I think it'll come down to the end of the season, trying to decide like which one of those two teams get the wild card. I really do think we can be a decent team this year. I'm not saying Super Bowl because it's not realistic, but anything's possible, obviously. But if anybody were to not win this, if anybody wins the division other than the Eagles, I think it'd be Dallas.
Okay, so what? Because, like, you're obviously a Cowboys fan and you're one of the more realistic ones. What's more painful? Like, do you want to make the playoffs and then lose like you usually do? Or do you want to miss out on the playoffs and be like, okay, we know what we need to do moving forward to be a playoff team again?
No, I want to make them. I think at this point, it's kind of like team morale. I think if we make it, signing Micah is kind of like a no-brainer. Like, it. At least to the fan base, like Jerry's going to get a lot of pushback. He already gets a lot of pushback. But if you let go of Micah, and we've seen how like a lot of like even Cam was talking about like second wide receiver twos. Like I remember when we had Miles Austin, bro, and we let him go. Like that was heartbreaking. And then we had what's that other dude?
Talking about Terrence Williams.
Terrence Williams, thank you. Yes, him. Even when we let go,
it was elite with Tony Romo.
You know, like we let go of players. Gallup, you feel me? Even though but he used to jump. He used to go get them high balls. Pause. But I think we make the playoffs and we at least make it to the second round, and we look like a sound team. I think it just helps the office say, okay, this is exactly who we need to sign, and this is exactly what we need. Right? If we lose again, this is kind of like you just keep stacking the chips and you just keep throwing them out there and seeing what happens. I'd rather have a more solidified idea of what we want the future to be. If it don't work out, if we get all the way up to the mountaintop, East NFC Championship, and we don't win, but we consider this to be the team that's supposed to win everything, then maybe at that point it's kind of like, okay, now we can dismantle. Like we know it's not working, right? If we just lose again, it's going to be like, oh, you don't really know. Like they're still good. They were good 2 years ago. I don't give a fuck about that shit, bro.
Yeah. Okay. And so I was for one shocked when I first seen that they had y'all at 7.5 wins, and it's actually kind of got juiced up because I think a lot of people were like, Cowboys can win more than 7 games. So I think I don't have it on here, but I think it's like -140 that to over 7.5. Make the playoffs plus 200 is also a really good bet. But that's what I was saying. I'm like, I mean, history is history. The Eagles are stacked. I don't think they'll lose the damn division after winning the Super Bowl. Shit, they won the Super Bowl 6 years ago, and we was like, oh, they'll be good, and they got Carson Wentz, and they were shit. Then they went to the Super Bowl and lost to the Chiefs a couple years ago, and started off the year great, and then they still shit the bed. And I'm like, something's in that division, something in the water where you just can't.
And they wrong for making that matchup first week.
Yeah,
they wrong for that. They could have gave them an easy green night, banner night, bro. And
so the only place I have pause is Brian Schottenheimer, first year head coach. But I mean, he was within y'all's organization, so I think that's good. But it also makes me question because it's like, whenever all the teams that needed coaches, you never heard Brian Schottenheimer was even being interviewed or even suggested as a coach. So I'm like, how good is he? Is this a higher? Jerry, he want a coach that he could push around too, and he can still make the calls that won't give him any pushback. Is that going to be another one of these hires?
Ain't no pushing him around. He changed the culture. He changed the culture over there.
You think Schottenheimer?
Schottenheimer?
Yeah,
you talking about because the videos have been popping out where he been shut down.
Okay.
Hey,
that's
whatever.
You on ass right now.
That's
man.
1. 2. I'm not even saying it as a knock on him, but Dak, not even talent or play wise, it's simply Dak is what I think Dak turned like 32 this year. I think isn't that what it is? And he coming off his second major injury, and this one's a soft tissue. Like the other one years ago, he broke his leg, so it's like you could come back from a broken bone. But this tearing your whole hamstring and you in your 30s.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, that line gotta be great. And I don't know if the line gonna be great for him.
But we drafted. I gotta laugh at it again, bro. We do that shit every year. We drafted an O-lineman, so
they be all pros though. They do. I'll tell y'all that. Y'all do.
Hey, I don't know who's scouting the O-lineman, bro, but they on their Presty shit with that, bro. They be hitting. They be hitting.
So this basically where I'm at with y'all.
And we got a running back now too. We got a running back. He brought up Jayden Blue, but we got Miles Sanders as well. And I know it's Miles Sanders. Right?
But I agree with you though. But this is where I'm at. I'm like, either the Cowboys are winning this division, or it's gonna be a bad year where you don't make the playoffs. I don't think there's an in between.
Wow.
Like I think y'all either win like 12, 13 games and be back to the Cowboys. But saying that, I'm gonna say now, this ain't like trying to take a shot at you again. I know you realistic. Y'all win 12, 13 games and lose whatever first playoff game.
Oh yeah.
And that's where I'm saying, like, do you want that heartbreak again?
But the crazy, the funny part it is about it all is like, if what you're saying happens, like say we do win the division, we could very well see one of these two teams in the first round. So like, do you really want to win?
And that's where I'm like, at the very least, after this year, because I don't think y'all did it this offseason, y'all have to get a Dak replacement. Because it's like, at that point, it becomes like, if y'all win the division and go lose in the playoffs again, or not even lose. If y'all don't make the NFC, I'm not even saying like, oh, y'all make the playoffs, y'all got to go. Just make the NFC Championship game. Because you got Washington, who was dog shit for a decade, get one quarterback and immediately go there. Now every team in the division has made it to the NFC East or NFC Championship besides y'all since y'all last made the Super Bowl back in 95. So it's like, if you're going to be good, you got to make the NFC Championship game. And if you don't, it's like, okay, how many times are y'all going to run this back with that? It's no knock on him. Like I said, I thought y'all should have traded him away last year and let someone else pay him and just start there with a rebuild. But y'all made him the highest paid player in league history. And now it's like, shit, Dak, if y'all good, I'm not saying it's right, but the pressure automatically goes, well, Dak, can you lead us in the playoffs?
Look,
and I don't think he can. And that's not even a knock at him at this point.
No. So it's not a knock, but I'll tell you 2 things are gonna happen. It's gonna be 1 or 2 things. Oh shit. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out quick which one is gonna be, okay? It's gonna be 1, the leader of both of my teams has a child and they have an MVP father season and they win a chip, or it's gonna be the other side where Dak absolutely shits the bed and that young kid playing ball right now in that dark orange, that burnt orange.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Stop it. He has another year.
Yeah. Nah.
Everybody in these
Nah.
arches.
Nah.
Stop it.
You're a cowboy. Then look, you can't tell me the name Archie Manning and a Cowboys depth chart that just roll off the tongue. It just roll off the tongue.
Okay, it do, but you know the Mannies, if they don't want they son never. We seen it with Eli. They was like, because the Chargers had that pick. They was like,
Yeah, okay.
You better not take Eli.
Yeah,
We don't want him to go there.
You must have forgot that Jerry Jones practices blood magic in his spare time. If he won't Archie, he's gonna get him.
Okay.
But no, I really do. I agree with you, Bryce. Like, it's either you gotta be really, because it's the same sentiment that I had earlier. We're like, you either gotta be really good so we know exactly what we need and cut the pieces that it's not working, or you be really bad and you rebuild at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Because
I think you try to hold on. I don't know if we are really bad though. I don't think Micah stays. I think he leaves. It forces a rebuild, and CD. Then it's at that point like, hey, do you want to trade CD for some picks?
Yeah.
Or do you want to hit the full rebuild? Because we haven't had a full rebuild in years.
You never do. That's the problem.
We never do.
Never into the full rebuild.
We don't play a rebuild.
You're always one step away, and then you end up 2 steps away, thinking you still 1 step away, and then it's like Washington, a team who was 5 steps away, takes all 5 steps, while you like, oh, we just 1 to 2 steps away, and you don't take it. And that's where I'm like, it really sucks for Dak, because I really think this is the least pressure he has on him headed into the year, because it's a first-year head coach. But then it's like, if you be really good, it's like, well, Dak, it's on you when you get to the playoffs. It's not on Schottenheimer. He's a first-year head coach.
Yeah.
And when Dak doesn't get it done, it's like, well, Dak, you're the highest paid player in history, and you can't get us to the NFC Championship game, but you're good enough to always have us have good regular seasons when you're healthy. Where do we go from here?
And that says a lot about an organization, like the front office, right? Like, do you value winning more? Do you value?
Oh shit! You know what Jerry value?
Yeah,
money in
you
his
get it. You get it, right? If you have a successful regular season, you make a lot of money. I mean, he got one of the highest valued franchises in the entire world.
He really out of his fucking mind. I almost did your job for you when ticket prices dropped this year. $200 to be in the standing room only. Say,
man, those good prices.
For the standing room?
Yeah, that's great.
Well, I'm short. I gotta be in the front of the standing room to even make my ticket worth it.
That's great.
If I don't get in the front, I'm just watching on the TV on the side or the screen.
When I took my dad to that Lions game, the one where it was the offside or the illegal man down the field, them tickets were $1,300. We were behind the end zone and we were up high.
Bro, I gotta delete this, bro. My dad can't see this, bro.
Because y'all play in Dallas this year.
Yeah. I'm taking Kalen to that one, but
sheesh.
But $1,300 for tickets? Shoot, I don't know, Dad.
$1,300, and it's that service fee too. It'll do it to you. Yeah, I think it was really like 300 and like closer to 400, and with the service fee. Yeah, you basically buying a whole nother ticket.
Shit. That's crazy.
So if you're gonna buy the tickets, buy them now. Buy them before you think we actually good, because them hoes definitely gonna resell and be way higher.
Yeah, but so I think we got Dallas over 7.5 wins and the very sneaky potential to fuck around and win the NFC East. But
I'm gonna say they doing it.
Shut up, Cam. Shut up. Because you have no dog. You have no dog in the fight.
Hey, man. I'm gonna go out and say they do win it, man.
Oh, bro, please.
I don't think it's crazy to say. Like I said,
it's not crazy to say, but you know what's his segment? Cam's hot.
Are you talking about Cam's like the upset one?
Yeah. Upset alert or some shit.
Sanders sudden surprise.
Yeah, this one of your surprises, bro. We don't need that right now.
Okay, so you got to
first
win the
week.
division.
He got a sudden surprise. We gonna beat.
You got to win the division, Kel. Me and Chris already said our case. Do you think they can win the Super Bowl or make the NFC Championship game?
If they're not playing the Packers or the Niners, yes. They can beat anybody else other than the Packers or the Niners in the playoffs.
That's fair.
Like, as simple as that.
I just feel like that's too close to the Bills because, like, we can beat everybody, but the Chiefs is like, to get there, you probably gonna have to play the Chiefs. Yeah. So.
Well, no, here's the thing about it. So when they get there, they probably it depends on the seeding. I would want the deciding game to be against like the Eagles. Like to get Super Bowl, like NFC Championship, I want to play the Eagles. And if it's not the Eagles, then who else could it be? Tampa Bay, Detroit, maybe.
Yeah, they can beat those two teams.
But Cam was like, our defense coming off a lot of injuries. But them guys that's coming back, we got a really good defense, bro.
Yeah, dog.
We have a really good defense.
It's just if Jerry don't piss him off first before the season even starts.
Now they need to play pissed off. He like when they angry.
Well, he done fine Trevon Diggs because I guess he didn't use whatever trainer with them to do his rehab, and now you got the whole Micah situation, and I'm just like, bro, because I think they're gonna pay him, so why not just do it now?
Yeah, they're gonna pay him. But you gotta remember, last year the defense wasn't a problem. It was we literally could not score. Literally couldn't score.
Yeah, no offense. But I think George Pickens helps that.
George Pickens helps that. I think having two.
I just hate
dependable running backs could make the offense a little bit more like the defense has to be a little bit more honest in the play action, right? Before it was just I'm just gonna put 6-7 in the box. I'm gonna stack it. I'm gonna rush Dak. Like he only got one dude to throw it to, and I'm gonna double him. Like we just gonna run a zone. We suck against the zone defense.
It just sucks because Jerry just got to make it reality TV to make it about him to be in the headlines. It's like, bro, we gonna get to the first week of the season, then shit, he probably do it just like that. Right before the game kickoff. Micah Parsons, highest paid defense. It's like, bro, why didn't you just do this a month ago? For what?
Maybe he wants you to be motivated, like you just got paid going into the game. Because if you get paid now and you go to training camp, you like, yeah, I'm paid, I'm good. Like I'm gonna work out. But if you get that whole right before you walk out the tunnel, it's like, yeah. And
I will give Micah his props on this. Micah is one of the few NFL players I've seen where he truly is just about the team. Micah does not have to be out there, but he said on his pod, I'm gonna play. Like I don't care if I get I'm playing. Like I'm here to win football. So I'll give him that. But it's like, Jerry, take care of your best people, please.
Yeah.
Shit, but
hey. It sucks Jerry gotta be the GM while he on this team because he's
Yeah, that's fair. So
I just wish he wasn't so corny. Wish he shut up on Twitter sometimes.
But Washington obviously finished second last year, took the league by surprise. Jayden Daniels, year 2. There's the sophomore slump. There's the whole BS they got going on with Terry, but he is back at camp as of today. Defense is still old. I don't know if they really did enough there to be better. And they did win a lot of games in the last possession. But like Cam said on our top 10 quarterbacks, Jayden Daniels is a guy, you give him the ball to end the game, more times than not, he probably going to go win the game. He's that type of dude. He got that type of it factor.
It's crazy.
So over under 9.5 wins for Washington. How y'all feeling? And I can read the schedule out too if y'all want.
Yeah, read the schedule. I'll give them 10 though.
But do you think they can win the division this year? Like really like capitalize on what they did last year?
I mean, I gotta give them the same because I think Dallas and Washington are closer to each other than what the odds may seem. So I gotta give them the same grace that I give Dallas. So I mean, yeah, if nobody were to win the division other than the Eagles, it'd have to also be them if I think they're as close as they are.
Week 1, they got the Giants at home. Week 2 at Green Bay. That's a tough one. Week 3, Las Vegas. Week 4 at Atlanta. Week 5 at Los Angeles Chargers. Week 6 home for the Bears. Week 7 at the Cowboys. Week 8 at Kansas City. Week 9 Seattle. Week 10 Detroit. Week 11 at Miami. Week 12 is the bye. Week 13 Denver. Week 14 at Minnesota. Week 15 at New York. Week 16 Philly. Week 17 Dallas. Week 18 at Philly. It's a tough end.
Tough stretch. Yeah.
My dad already said pencil it in. They beating us Monday night in Kansas City. I'm like, okay. And then he was like, well, my dad, because Washington plays us Monday night in like, was that week 9 or something?
Monday night in Kansas?
Yeah. His birthday was this week and we got him tickets. So he going to the game too.
Does he know that like Patrick don't lose on Monday nights?
He said they gonna beat us or he's okay. They lose and then they beat us in the Super Bowl. I was like, okay.
Hey, see, so hey,
but there's no sophomore slump for him. They winning.
Tell him to go and post on all the social medias that it's their year. Please take all the baggage off of the Dallas Cowboys fan base. It is Washington's year. Now, I think I had them winning 5 games early when you was listening. I kind of lost count. I started thinking. The game that made me I didn't want to count it immediately was the game against the Bears, which I know it's weird. I think you said that was like I think you said that was like week 6 or 7. I don't know. And then also the game against the Seahawks.
Yeah, it's week 6 with the Bears.
Okay, yeah. So I feel like they can win 5 games like that. But then it's like you get a little tired and you drop one that you probably should have won. Like you got to have a couple of those. But that Seahawks game as well is one where I'm like, that's a toss-up too. And I started kind of listening towards the end. That was a long stretch, and that's a tough stretch too.
Seahawks are week 9, and then week 10 is Detroit rematch of the playoff game. Week 11, they're overseas at versus Miami, and then they got the bye. Week 13, a tough one. They're at home versus Denver, but Denver's supposed to be a really good team this year.
Supposed to be decent.
Week 14 at Minnesota, who I don't really know what's going on.
I don't know what they're going to do,
but I expect them to still be good because I think O'Connell was a good coach.
Okay.
Week 15 at New York. Week 16. This is where it's like the ending of the season for a lot of these NFC East teams. I don't know why they did this, but it's Philly at home, Cowboys on Christmas, then at Philly to end the season. That's the 3-week stretch. So, like, if you on the brink of possibly missing, that's a very tough stretch to end the season.
Yeah,
and they're all divisional games.
And
like,
that's literally the stretch that we're talking about when we say, hey, these 2 teams or these 3 teams could possibly win this division. That is the stretch that's probably going to decide that.
Yeah.
Hey. And the thing about Washington, they schedule like those games where they could win or lose. Like they don't have many games where it's like, oh yeah, they gonna lose. Like I don't none of those games you said where I'm like, I think they gonna lose. Like it's kind of like they could win. Like I don't know which one to give them to get them 10 wins.
Yeah. And I mean, it could be because last year, obviously, it was Philly, Washington that made the playoffs. The NFC North had 3 teams make the playoffs. Y'all think we get the case where 3 of them just make the playoffs? Like they all that good?
I can see that.
That's possible. Yeah, it's definitely a possibility.
Okay. So then, lastly, finishing with Philly, how y'all feel about Philly? Because they already returned a lot of talent, but they did lose a lot of key pieces, which that always happens when you win the Super Bowl. Over under 11.5. We went through their schedule kind of too. They got a tough ass gauntlet.
Yeah.
And we saying like the division history, someone else might win it. I think Philly could mess around and not make the playoffs or like just barely make it in. Like how we feel about Philly? Because I get it. They're a great team, but I'm also just going off history. Like I'm not even trying to be a hater because they beat us, but I just don't realistically see a world where they're about to be back-to-back Super Bowl champs. Because before we did it, was the last time we seen it. It was like 03, 04 with the Patriots, so like 20 years literally. And then before that, it was like Denver, like 8 to 10 years before. Yeah. So I just don't really think we're finna have the Chiefs win back-to-back, make a 3rd Super Bowl in a row, and then it's all of a sudden Philly wins back to back. If so, like that kind of the NFL always been a league of parity. I don't see that happen, but I mean it could. I'm not saying it can't. I just don't see it for them.
I mean, I think it's okay I'm gonna always go by this where like the champ of the previous year, like I'm gonna always give them the nod first, just out of respect. So I mean, I could see them doing it realistically. I will say this year, and to any Eagles fans out there that have seen any of my tweets, like I think last year, I don't know. I feel like we was kind of all high on the Eagles. I think we felt like they were going to be good. And to a lot of Eagles fans' points, them first few weeks of the season, I mean, they lost it. I think they lost to Dallas the first few weeks. I can't remember, or maybe it was a close game. Nonetheless, there was definitely overreaction.
They lost to Atlanta.
Okay.
They were up, and Kirk Cousins had a 1 minute final drive to win, and everybody's like, "What the hell
is going on with the Eagles?" Yeah, and so I will say, I wonder now that they went to the mountaintop, right? This team, this whole team, this organization, everybody came back for the most part. How much do they? What's the word I'm thinking of? How much do they?
Like how much hunger do they have? Like
no, not hunger. How much do they like? What's the price? How much is it worth having the home field advantage?
Oh, like to go through the gauntlet and like get first in the NFC.
Because the Chiefs, y'all was like the 4th seed last year, I think.
No, it was 2 years ago. It's where we were the 5th seed, I think, and so that's where we had to go on the road, and everybody's like, "Oh, now it's over," and then they just did it and still won.
And even with last year, it had that been the case, because I know there was a lot like you guys weren't going to have the home field advantage when it came down to like the bigger games, I think. I could be wrong, but nonetheless, there's not any situation recently where the Chiefs been in the playoffs and I'm like, oh, they have an away game that's going to hinder them. Them going home, it definitely helps them, but I don't feel like the away games play that much of a factor in how they perform. And so I wonder how that team as a whole values having home field advantage, and if they will kind of go through the season with that in mind. Because if that's the case, then they could very well not get that over under if they wanted to. If the division is as close as we suspect it to be, then they should all kind of be within that 8 to 10, 11 wins.
Because we won that Super Bowl versus them, and then that next year we went 11-6. And I'm pretty sure our line was probably 11.5 too. And that was like, oh, the Chiefs, like the dynasty, like it's not going to be a dynasty, like it's a done. They got to go on the road. And then we went on the road and walked everybody down. But like you said, the only 2 games we can go off for the Eagles, and it's not even one of them really don't count, was that first year Jalen Hurts. They went on the road in the wild card versus Tom Brady's Tampa Bay, lost. But that was a given. Everybody expected that. But then 2 years ago when they fell off and didn't win the division, ended up in the wild card playing the Bucs again, and the Bucs whooped them.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's just been the Bucs. If they got to go on the road to play Detroit, I don't necessarily think they would lose to Detroit on the road in a playoff game. I think they can win that.
That's fair.
So it's like it just depends on the matchup and if they're on the road. But like that would be interesting to see them in that spot, see how they respond. So, but I think they can still finish the year. I think if they're gonna go over, I think they're gonna, like Swan said, I think they win 12 games. I don't see them really winning over that, and not even saying like they're bad. It's just like we said, the NFL is a league of parity. What the Chiefs have done, that's outlier shit. Everybody else, you got to kind of go off that. Every team is going to give them their best shot because they're defending champs now. They got a tough-ass division. So I just don't see them winning 13, 14 games again and just making a run like that.
Yeah.
If they do,
you'd have to absolutely dominate.
Yeah, and I just don't think that's going to happen for them. So, but
that's not a bad thing, Eagles fans.
It's not a bad thing. I think they'll still be a good team. Like if they win 12 games, like, oh, that's not saying their shit. Like you making the playoffs, and I think they could still make a deep playoff run. Like I said, just given NFL history, what I know, I just think it's very hard for them to repeat as Super Bowl champs, given this schedule and NFL trends with history. That's it. But I think they could possibly do it. but it's gonna be very hard. That's a tough ass schedule for them. And the way they ended, like if Washington is good, like I said, you got Washington 2 out of the last 3 weeks, and maybe you are on the brink of you 10-5, and Washington is 10-5. Like, oh, we got to make sure we win these games because they might leapfrog us. So, or it's the Cowboys. So, yeah, it's definitely tough. But what you think, Cam?
I mean, on paper, they still have like the best team by far, but from like any NFL team.
You don't think Baltimore's jumped them on paper? On paper, I'm not saying they are, but on paper,
I don't think so, man. I mean, maybe now since their secondary is, I feel like it's better than the Eagles. But I mean, that front line is still the best in the league, in my opinion. The offense is still insane. I mean, I personally can see 12, 13, 14. I can see that. I can see them going back to the Super Bowl. Not necessarily like saying that, they can win it or whatever. I can see them going back. It's still going to be hard to stop Saquon. Still going to be hard to stop AJ. Still going to be hard to stop Devontae. You still got, Jalen Hurts or whatever. They're really the biggest thing is going to be the secondary because all those guys back there are young. But I mean, when you have a front line like that, does it really matter? Like,
yeah,
does it really matter when they get pressure? They get pressure instantly. I know that the schedule is hard, but just like they got to go play those guys got to come play them.
Yeah.
And if they fully, if they still fully healthy, whatever, because that's also what it comes down to. Like, if you're gonna be like healthy when playoff times happen.
Knock on wood, because you don't want injury, but like, shit,
Yeah.
what if something happened to Saquon?
Yeah, then then it's like, okay, then they probably could potentially be out of there. But that's when Hurts got to step up. And hey, I put him as a top 3 quarterback. And if I put him as a top 3 quarterback, you got to come out and you got to play. So, hey, look, that's how I'm looking at him this year. That's how Paul. That's how I'm taking it. So look, you got that was crazy. It was crazy. I said pause though. At least I said pause.
I just didn't know what you was gonna possibly say that required you to even say pause.
Yeah, at least
and then you said it.
But now, man, yeah, team is insane, bro. That team's insane. So, like I said, I can definitely see 12 plus wins. I could definitely see another Super Bowl appearance. It's hard beating those guys. It's definitely hard.
It is, for sure. That's fair. Okay. Well, that is our 2025-26 NFC East preview. Like I said, we're recording this July 30th, 2025. So some things could change. Some things could be different. Training camp, is in full effect. We actually got the first preseason game tomorrow. So there could be injuries between now and the start of the season so just take this with a grain of salt whenever you do listen to it. We are recording this on July 30th, but this is how we feel right now. Obviously, you want teams to head into the season as healthy as possible, but it's football at the end of the day, so stuff just happens. It's the nature of the game. But like we said, Eagles still definitely the team to beat. To be the champs, you gotta beat the champs. So the throne is still theirs until someone takes it. But the NFC East, if history has shown us anything, it could be gone just like that. So who knows? But we appreciate y'all listening. If y'all listen all the way through, Bryce, dog Chris, my dog Cam, or Showtime XV, go get a boy a follow. SGA is goated, and Shroud for 7.
Yes, sir.
we on our trolling bait shit. making people mad on Twitter every day.
Every day.
They already be mad, bro.
They already be. They be so easy. I just be laughing.
Miserable life.
But yeah, man, we appreciate y'all listening all the way through. It's your favorite kids from the Signing Off. I Need a Sports Pod. Peace, and we out. I need it.